down here at the Arizona State Capitol. Oh geez. What is this? What is this? Cowboys for Trump are in Arizona. And so the Handmaids are here. Yeah. These are the women who walk around in their little red capes and bonnets to protest for their right to kill their babies.
Well, that's your mama to retrobate that.
That's the baby killers right there.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're going in to protest for abortion or what. Yeah. And so we got the Cowboys out here. The horses are here. Small little crowd. I showed up kind of late, but they're going into lobby for. So what was their? What are they trying to do about the wolves?
I think they're trying to get the governor to let them hunt them.
Gotcha.
That's my thinking. That's possible.
Gotcha.
That's what it's about.
This is my boss, Meg.
Hi. Boss Meg.
And she,
Hi, sir.
I wanted to get a picture with her with the horse.
Oh, yeah.
We got the horses. So pretty.
They're all nice.
It's a MAGA horse.
Yeah, they're big.
Yes.
Have fun.
Horses for Trump.
Enjoying themselves.
How you
doing? Bob. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. You look very familiar.
Hi, Bob. Jennifer Harrison, AZ Patriots. Hi, how are you?
I love it.
So, can you tell us what the Cowboys are lobbying here for today? Do you know?
First and foremost, they're concerned about the wolves that have been introduced in New Mexico and in eastern Arizona because these wolves are potentially decimating the cattle industry.
Gotcha.
And so some of these folks, they originally, 20, 30 years ago, they're involved in the lumber industry, and the spotted owl shut them down.
Right.
So now they're trying to make a living with cattle, and then you have these wolf predators killing their livestock.
So they want to be able to hunt the wolves?
I don't even know if they're concerned about hunting the wolves. I think they just like the wolves to be flying,
Right.
not to be introduced. And
Right.
that's a big problem for us too. Is we've been very concerned that the feds come in, they introduce an animal that hasn't been in the state for the last 100 years,
Right.
and it's causing all kinds of havoc. So
Gotcha. So we're going to try to push legislation that would, stop this?
Try to get our president and the federal government to change their policies.
Gotcha.
So here in Arizona, we've got other problems with the feds where, for example, we only have about 17% of our land in private ownership.
Okay.
And for example, the feds own about 65% of our state. So then you have to ask the question, are we really a state or are we a territory?
Right.
If the feds control that much.
Right.
And
Right.
so, we're hoping that we got a terrific president. We're hoping that he can help us solve some of these federal problems.
Absolutely.
And these folks are kind of interesting because they recognize that solving these problems starts at the local community.
Right.
You have to get people engaged in the cities, in the counties, at the state, and finally at the federal level.
And what's your stance on Arizona being able to secure our own border as a state's right?
Certainly, and you think about 1070, there's a lot
Right.
of controversy. The courts have upheld like 95% of 1070.
Right.
In all truth, there's only a few things in our U.S. Constitution that where the federal government is tasked. And one of the areas they're tasked is security of our nation. And so we need to force the federal government to step up and do what's right. And I believe in securing our borders. As a matter of fact, from a humanitarian standpoint, you think about like the young children that are raped and sexually
Right.
abused and stuff that are coming up from South America.
Right.
You think about the people that die out in the desert trying to make the trek.
Right.
If we're a humane nation, we'll have a secure border so that they have to come in an orderly way and actually apply to come in
Right.
as opposed to risking their lives coming across across the desert.
Right. Well, you know, we've been in Yuma just documenting and filming, you know, the open border area there and the, you know, thousands of people that are streaming through these areas every week.
Yep.
And, you know, we've been able to interview some of these migrants and they, you know, they're dropped off there by smugglers.
Yeah.
They're paying smugglers to get to that location. The port of entry is 1 mile up the road. And so, you know, they tell us they're here for work.
Yep.
They're not running for anything, you know. They have nice clothes and cell phones and the whole 9 yards. So
down in Naco, I was at the port down there, and all these kids were coming across, and the kids were going to our American schools.
Right.
And they're coming from Mexico.
Right. Same in San Luis.
And they're able to pass
right
through. So American taxpayers are paying to
Absolutely.
educate these kids.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Bob, for all you do. Pleasure. Bob Thorpe, District 6.
Good to see you.
Yep. Take them away.
Oh, we have to go to work?
Yeah.
You got to get on that floor.
So Bob is representative here. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
We'll see you. Thanks so much.
Nice to meet you. Talking with you.
Yeah. What those crazy people.
Those crazy people are the Handmaids. And
I don't know that
it's
story.
based off of a TV show, The Handmaid's Tale. And it's basically, you know, a fictional story about how the government stops women from being able to reproduce, and it's so basically they're just playing off that narrative that the government is controlling their right to be able to abort their babies. So anytime there's an abortion issue,
I'm all for it. The more those liberals get abortions and marry the same sex, the less there'll be of them.
well, you know, we think that, but then in essence, you know, I mean, it's still a human life, you know, and like I was just in the
just grow up to be another liberal.
Well, I was in the neonatal care unit yesterday. My friend just had a baby, and you know, to see these little premature lives fighting, you know, for life, and to think that, you know, Democrats think it's okay to just execute that innocent life, it just really, you know, kind of hits home. So these clowns come out anytime there's an abortion issue, and they stage their nonsense.
Do they yell and carry on? Or
No, they just stand there quietly with their heads down. So it's, you know, it's comical. All right, guys. So, you know, I pretty much missed everything. I had a phone call this morning. I couldn't get out of the house on time. So there you have it. Cowboys for Trump. We're in Phoenix. Steve Emery here. Bikers for Trump.
AZ Patriots, Bikers for Trump, Cowboys for Trump. Had a great meeting. Starts at the local level, grassroots level.
Yes, tell us what we missed.
Well, we got to talk with a couple representatives, and we're all talking the same language here. You know, we want our once red state red again. So
right.
We got to start looking at doing things like maybe becoming a
precinct committeeman.
Precinct committeeman in your district. So get out there, start at the local level, spread the word, and vote Trump.
We need everybody involved. He's right. You know, precinct committeemen are responsible for 125 people in your community. So that's phone calls, emails, door knocks, talking to your neighbors.
Starts at the local level. That's
getting the message out.
That's the way we're going to get our state back.
Yes, and I just read an article from Brett Bart that only 2 in 15 Americans
understand what's going on at the border.
Are aware of what's happening at the border. That's
so spread the word. Spread the word about what's really going on at the border. Spread the word about the real crisis at the border. It's not made up. It's not manufactured. You know, just get the word out and get out and talk to your community. Talk with your local representatives. Try to become a committee person in your district, and let's do this. This is important. This is important. This is our republic, and for God's sake, stop letting people teach your children that we live in a democracy. We live in a republic.
Right. God bless Steve. So there you have it, guys. We need everybody involved because, you know, the precincts are the ones that ultimately elect the president, right? So, you know, the left is dominating in this aspect. They have, you know, they can organize, they can mobilize, they can fundraise. And, you know, we have just always been the silent majority, but, you know, it's going to take more than just voting. We are way past that, guys. We are in a crisis mode right now here in Arizona. We are this close from losing Arizona. Who's running for Senate? What's his name? Kelly? What's his first name? Mark Kelly? Gabby Giffords' husband. Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly is Gabby Giffords' husband, who's running for Arizona Senate for 2020 to take Martha McSally's seat. So, you know, Martha better shit or get off the pot here. You know, we need a hardcore conservative in that spot. Okay? And, you know, what is she doing to secure this border? We need to start holding these people accountable, you know. We elect them because they have an R in front of their name, and we end up with, you know, the McCains and the McSallys that, you know, are Republican in name only, right? So we need all of you guys on board. We need everybody active, involved, participating, and just getting out there and, you know, helping in this fight, guys. We are in the fight of our lifetime right now. So, all right. I am going to log off, so we'll see you guys. See you guys this weekend. We have a big surprise coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So stay tuned for that. And then my asylum seeker.
Safe out there.
Bye.
See ya.
My asylum seeker donations will be dropped off next week too. So stay tuned for that, guys. We bagged up all the garbage in the desert. We bagged up all the migrant clothes, right, that they leave on the border. And so all the locations that are asking for donations for the migrants, I'm going to bring them their shit back.
Maybe they'll go back to the rightful owner.
Dirty, muddy, all of it. Yeah. Hey, these are my pants. All right, guys. Love you guys. We are out.